Shalom Bible Reading School, Day 84. Today we're going to read 2 Corinthians 1 to 13. Day point. The book of 1 Corinthians solved the problem of internal conflicts. Paul writes 2 Corinthians to address an external problem that invaded the church, another gospel. Salvation is received through the new covenant written on the tablets of our hearts. However, if we do not remove the veil of the law from our hearts, it will distort the gospel. First, ministers of the new covenant. 2 Corinthians 1 to 6. Ministers of the new covenant depend solely on the God who gives life to the dead. He raises them to be comforters to others who are suffering hardships. A minister of the new covenant forgives a brother's sins and comforts him, leading him to a life of salvation. In his status of being deemed righteous, he proclaims truth and gives the sinner freedom and the hope of salvation. He becomes the letter of Christ engraved on the tablet of the heart. The light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ shines in our hearts, so we could bear the image of Christ and live the life of Jesus. Second, ministry of the new covenant. 2 Corinthians 7 to 13. There is the ministry of repentance, which leads people to repentance through godly grief, so that people will live lives worthy of the gospel as God's people. There is also the ministry of giving, which serves the poor believers, and the ministry of truth, which preaches the true gospel by breaking down the theories of those preaching a false gospel to naive believers. The true gospel is the central ministry of the new covenant. We die and live together with Jesus, who is with us, and we have the power of Christ dwelling in us. Therefore, living to Jesus in all circumstances is the most important ministry of ministers of the new covenant. Today's mission: live as one with the gospel, live as one in whom the word dwells, live as one in whom forgiveness dwells.